Secretary McMahon, I wanted to hit quickly two topics. Mental health cuts. The administration cut $1 billion. Well, actually, let's put it this way. Just stop paying $1 billion allocated for mental health service professional demonstration grant and school-based mental health services grant. Do you recognize that our school children are struggling with mental health? Many of our children are struggling with mental health.
I think mental health is
Do you recognize our students are struggling?
It's a critical component around the country.
Our students.
Some students, yes.
Yes. It was made worse during the time of COVID. It is exacerbated by school shootings. I noted that you said you were going to meet with parents and children who had struggled and suffered the trauma of school shootings. I've done that over the years, sadly. I've had the opportunity to meet with Uvalde parents, with Parkland parents, with Sandy Hook parents. Are you meeting with parents and children, students in those places?
I have only in Sandy Hook because that happened in my state of Connecticut.
Yes. So
I have met with some of those parents shortly after, and I can't imagine a more horrible tragedy than that.
How about the students, to see how they're affected?
I've not talked to many of the students, no.
Do you plan to do that?
Sure, I would enjoy doing that.
How soon can you do that? Because you did talk about doing that on CNN recently.
I'm not sure how quickly. But
you're the secretary. You could do whatever you want because, after all, you're cutting all this funding. You've got time.
I've got a lot of responsibilities to do, and we're going to focus on the things that I think are going to ensure that we're providing equal education for all of the students in our country.
That's great, which is just in contrast to actually what you have said and what you said the president cares about. He wants the best educated students, right? He wants to make education great again, right?
Yes.
I don't understand. It seems like a logic fallacy to me. You think the federal Department of Education is not living up to what it ought to be doing, and you cite some statistics for students who are not doing as well as they ought to be. And yet you decide that the answer to that is not to check on these investments and make sure students are achieving. It is shut the whole doggone thing down. Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, I think the fallacy is the way you're stating it. And what I have looked at and said from the very beginning, we have failed. This system we have in place does not work.
So it is your mission to shut it down.
It is the mission to shut down the bureaucracy of the Department of Education and return education to the states. To shut down the Department of Education. To shut down the bureaucracy.
What's the balance right now?
To shut down the bureaucracy.
What's the balance right now
education?
In the funding for education? What's the split? The pie chart. How much is federal? How much is state and local?
Federal is about 8 to 10%.
Correct. The rest is state and local. The burden is already there. And you don't want to come up with the 8% to help our kids succeed, to help their mental health, to help kids with disabilities.
No, you're wrong. You're misstating.
It is a logic fallacy.
No, you were misstating. The funding, it's not taking away all of this funding. I've already said Title I-A funding, IDEA funding is still going to come.
How about the mental health funding?
There may be some more of that funding if HHS oversees then.
But the president has unconstitutionally cut off the
that
grants.
Funding may come into those states. So I think we have to see how the full budget happens.
How about
and
students?
I think we have to see what those programs are that are going to best serve every student and not just be put by the wayside.
As I said, you on page 1 of your testimony,
the gentlelady's time.
The president's vision is to make education great again. It's a logic fallacy, but I guess we're not going to teach our kids about logic fallacies.
Thank
you.
And
we haven't yet with the Department of Education in place the way it has been since 1980. I'm on the record of ruling for change.